And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I've always liked cranial creation games, and here they have a party game called Soqquadro. In this game, you're going to be searching the world for buried treasure. Actually, you're going to be searching your house for items that match letters and kind and types and stuff. Yes, I know that's already going to, some people already turned the video off there because that's not their style, but some will like that. So if you're interested, you're going to clear the table, get ready for a game that for physically fit gamers. Yeah, who said gaming doesn't make you lose weight? Well, this game does. Maybe, kind of. I'll show you. To play this game, everyone needs to put their pawn on the beginning of the score track, and everything is going to happen simultaneously. You're going to need to clear the chairs out. Everyone's going to be standing up around the table, and what you do is say go, and everyone's going to grab a card from any deck they want, and they're going to look at that card and go and run and find something on that card. So they run, okay, and they find something. They bring that back. So here I got a poker chip. It's smooth, and I put it on the table, and then I move forward one space. These cards here have like two things on them. Oh, that's green and thick. So I'm looking for something green and thick. I run and woohoo! Look at that green die. It's nice and thick. I put that there. Now I got 2 points. Then I run and let's try a red one. These are worth 3 points. Something that's D and brown. Oh, I can find that. I run and I find this nice brown dice tower. Fantastic. And I put that on the card. I get 3 points. Now I shout stop. And the reason I shout stop is because I've passed a challenge line here. And so everyone is going to stop, come back, and we're going to turn over this card, and everyone has to run and find something with a C on it. So I'm running around looking for something with a C. Everyone's running around looking for something with a C, and the first person to come and put it back. Ooh, I found something. Ah! A cookie. All right. And when you cross this line, you do the same thing with yellow. When you cross the red line, you do the same thing with red. So the yellow cards will have 2 things on them. You have to always do 2. Yellow and shiny. Is that yellow and shiny? I think so. Here's something that's red. A notepad. Here's something that's G. A gavel. But the other cards are much harder. Something that starts with an R and is violent. Something that starts with an R and is black. Something that starts with a B and is pink. N and gray. Here's something that's white and thin. Here's something that's soft and thick. My wife says I'm soft and thick. Here's something that's violet and rough. Here's something that's black and shiny. You can also play on the other side of the board where it's basically a harder game. When you're in these spots, you can only draw green cards, only draw orange cards, only draw red cards. That's the side you play if you want to play forever. Now the concept of this game is going to appeal to some and horrify others. Running in the house, grabbing things, running, it's like a convention game, you run and grab stuff, but you're going to need a very gracious host. You can't play this at board game night at the store probably. And in someone's house, most people are going to cringe at the idea of people running around the house. So think kids. Oh, that's a great idea, kids. Now, here's where the game, that's one problem, is that the audience and the place you can play it, very limited. The other problem are these double cards. Now, the double card things sound great. It's harder than, it's one thing when I flip some cards and I hear the green cards. I have something that starts with an I, something that starts with a B, something that's gray, something that's green, something that's blue, something that's pink, something that's warm. But when the cards get to something that's G and red, I don't know why they didn't think of some way to vary that. G is always matched with red here. P is always with green. I don't get that. Why didn't they have it so you drew 2 cards and put them together and you have to find something that matches both those? That would have made more sense because then you could have put P with red and G with green. I was really surprised at that, and that really limits the game. Not to mention, these are really hard. Okay, so I turn this one over, and I'm supposed to find something that's green and cold. All right, I guess I could run to the fridge and start looking for things that are green, but when I look for something here that starts with an L and is brown, that's going to take a long time, and the game really slows down as people are like, You can discard a card and draw another one, but then you lose a point. So why would you do that? Why would you even draw these? And what's happened, and every time I played this, people draw green, 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 because they're easy. These ones are just too hard, and the combinations are too few. You could play on the hard side of the board to force people to draw these, and then that makes everyone just unhappy. The challenges, which have a timer, those are more interesting, but again, You gotta be careful for physical dismemberment as people run by and craziness and breaking of things. Just not seeing this game having a very wide audience. Yeah, it's fun if you play at a convention maybe, or play in a place where there's like a pile of items all over the room and maybe those items match, but it wasn't as well thought through, I think, as possible. The fact that these combos are always the same combos is both lifeless in a sense, and the fact that really, I mean, I'm all for like running and finding stuff, scavenger hunt style, and this could work with kids in that sort of setting, and that's where I've used it, and it worked okay, but the whole time I was like, yes, I know that's G and it's black, but you shouldn't have grabbed that, you know? I don't know. No, sorry. Not for me, and honestly, I don't think it's really for many. Dice Tower Judgment?
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door.